He's a dean of Nelson Institute of Environmental Studies.
That's correct.
And Paul, you have lived in India.
I have.
And you know how many environmental challenges that India is facing. And can you share what do you think India is facing right now?
Well, there's the challenges of deforestation, habitat loss, biodiversity decline, climate change, pollution, industrial pollution, water quality. Of course, India has a lot of challenges, but there's a lot of good things going on, right?
Okay, yes, absolutely. And EcoSikh, that we started a tree plantation project. We called it a mini urban forests. And we shared that information to you, and what do you think?
I think the project is incredibly exciting. To be able to get your hands into the earth and restore some part of that habitat, to bring back those native trees and those native plants. And what you're already seeing, if I understand you, is that the birds are returning.
Yes.
And with the birds will come other seeds, will come other kinds of life. So even at the very smallest scale, that kind of restoration is a hugely important step towards restoring the whole country.
Absolutely, and what we have seen is that within 30 days or 45 days, you could see the plants growing 10 to 15 feet high, and you can see all kinds of other biodiversity.
And you're obviously doing it right, because many plantation efforts in India, frankly, do not succeed. Many of the trees die, you don't wind up with biodiversity, you wind up with monoculture, but here, you've got success. You have a high level of survivorship in the trees. You're bringing back biodiversity, which means you're doing it right. It's based on ecological principles as well as principles of the community, which that's a winner.
Okay, as an environmental scientist.
As an environmental scientist.
And talking to a faith community, what would be your message to the rest of the faith community, and especially to the Sikh community?
Focusing on biodiversity. Restoring the diversity of creation is one of the most important things you can do as an individual, as a family, and as a community. And as long as you are attending carefully to the science of biodiversity so that you're getting real impacts and success, you should do as much of it as possible.
Absolutely. And you think that this threat of climate change, or whatever the crisis that we are facing as a humanity and world, it could be, to some extent, be arrested?
Without question. Without question. No question.
Okay.
Meaning, every tree counts. There is such a thing as arbitrary targets and just tree planting willy-nilly, but every tree counts. And it's trees that sequester carbon and put it back in the earth. And that's what's rampant in the atmosphere. So you're participating in a restoration of an ecosystem, but also of the planet.
And if you plant a tree in India, it still benefits the people in the United States, right?
It does. We're all connected.
We're all connected.
The atmosphere connects us all. We're breathing the same air.
Absolutely, absolutely. So
I thank you, actually. Thank you for planting those, for restoring that ecosystem. It's benefiting all of us. It will benefit my children, and it will benefit my children's children.
Well, this is a wonderful message from Paul to all the volunteers in Punjab, in India, and anywhere in the world. We are celebrating Guru Nanak, the founder of the Sikh faith, 550th anniversary, and we are planting trees. And a wonderful validation from an environmental scientist who's also very optimistic.
I'm optimistic, and it's projects like yours that make me optimistic.
Oh, thank you so much.
Thank you.
May God bless you.
Same to you.
And may God bless your family.
Thank you.
Thank you.